this watch is an icon, the tank watch. And we thought it was nice to show the whole history, all the celebrities who have worn this watch. And we thought also that it was time, 15 years more or less after the Tank Française, to come with a new tank reaching its graal, the perfection, with the Tank Anglaise. And the Tank Anglaise is coming after the Tank Française, the Tank Américaine, and quite a number of other tanks which are shown in the history here. It's the ultimate proportion. It's the ultimate shape and finish with rounded sides. Also, I believe it's particularly interesting during crisis periods. I mean, we're in crisis now, and we need reassurance. We need more comfort, and all this is part of it. And that iconic watch, I think, will have good times in the future. One of the key reasons of the success is the beauty of the proportion, the beauty of the design, which makes that watch so desirable, and also the fact that year after year, decade after decade, almost all celebrities that you've known in the world have carried that on their wrists, which makes the watch even more desirable. I think this icon is going to be there forever. Fantastic. And this is also why, even with an icon, and that's the difficult thing to do, you have from time to time to slightly adjust, because you have to be in tune with your time. And it is a difficult exercise, and I think that the exercise is very successful. Cartier has the most important jewelry, watch, clock, and phenomenal object collection, private collection, gathering about 1,300 pieces, exceptional pieces. And among them, there are a lot of watches. And we decided for the first time, because normally we do exhibition all over the world, we decided to take only the segment of watchmaking and to show in this exhibition, a number of historical things on watchmaking, because Cartier has been there for so long, and it covers all segments of the watchmaking. And because we have always done all these categories, we are able, through our vintage pieces, to show more or less the evolution of all these pieces. And I'm very glad that it was done in Singapore, because first of all, the museum is beautiful, and the place, the spot is amazing. But also, because I think the people in Singapore are connoisseurs, very, very, very good connoisseurs. And I had a lot of discussion with some of them, and it was a pleasure really to discuss with these very connoisseur people. We cover the whole triangle, like this, men, like that, women, and like this from top to top. We cover all the segments. And to give you just a few examples, we have the high jewelry watches, which are the pieces of high jewelry which give the time. We made 31 pieces, unique pieces this year. For men, on the top, is the fine watchmaking. Many new ones, 11 new models, among them a minute repeater, which I consider as the most phenomenal complication of the watchmaking. I love that. But we did many others like this Tourbillon. We have created 11 new references with 6 new movements. In 5 years, we were able to create 47 models with 19 new movements, and among them, 16 in-house movements. This is a phenomenal thing, because it's design, but everything works. Why this Panthère is moving? Simply because this is the rewinding system, not on the central axis, but on the sides. The lady wears that, and it's the automatic self-winding system. So it's useful and it's beautiful. This is the horse in mosaic. Each single stone is cut by hand. When the thing is finished, you discover the head of this horse. The big difference between Cartier and the rest of the watchmaking world is that we are able to be there with novelties on all the segments of the watchmaking. Within 5 years, Cartier would be one of the key players on the fine watchmaking. So we recruited the right talent, the right engineers. We organized the right spot for the development and manufacturing. We had the right creative people. In 5 years, we were able to make 47 different watches with 19 different movements. And among them, the most beautiful one and the most sophisticated one being the minute repeater. I'm not happy yet. I need another 5 years to really prove that we are the best. Very often you've got the quality of your fine watchmaking is there, but the credibility and the legitimacy you have is there. And it takes some time to move that up, which I fully agree and accept. But you will be very surprised to see what we're going to launch next year again. There are many things coming on the market. I've seen everything already, gave my approval on them. And that will be amazing once again. This Maison is the most beautiful brand in the world, let's face it. So it's quite easy to take the brand and leave it here. We have to maintain the desirability of the brand there. And we had the savoir-faire for fine watchmaking, but we were not organized to produce the right number of references, SKUs, and the right number of movements. We were not organized. We had the savoir-faire. So I had to organize all these to establish the full legitimacy and credibility of our expertise in fine watchmaking. That was our weakness on this famous triangle. We were covering all the segments, and that one on the top for men was comme ci, comme ça, as we would say in French. But now I'm filling in that little part on the top for men, and give me a little bit more time, and this little space will be fully covered with the highest level of desirability.